Welcome to Vizio's Profiles, where you'll see NFL players like never before. You already know what they do, but for the next 30 minutes, you'll find out who they are, away from the field, away from the spotlight. And no one has felt the heat of that spotlight more than Aaron Rodgers, who stepped onto the hallowed ground of Lambeau Field and into the shoes of a Green Bay legend. For 3 years, Rodgers waited in the shadow, a mystery both on and off the field, until now. From his struggles, frustrations, and expectations to embracing his newfound fame and passion off the field, this is Aaron Rodgers. Born and raised in California, when Aaron isn't in Wisconsin, there's a good chance you'll find him enjoying his new life as a starting quarterback in his new home in San Diego. That's where we caught up with Aaron this offseason, one very different from off-seasons past.
You gotta keep a straight face on the set here, come on. Oh, the red light's still on.
So what a difference an off-season makes. If we would have been here last year at this time, would we have walked into your house and seen a photo shoot, a fashion photo shoot going on?
I hope not. No, I don't think so. I wouldn't have had a house like this, that's for sure.
I was going to ask you how you've changed, so we can just start right from there. Let's just start from where we are.
How I've changed?
Yeah.
I don't think I've changed too much.
How
but
has life changed?
I live in San Diego. I love it. Got a house down here. I have friends down here now. Other than that, not much.
You can't even say it with a straight face. It's like it's not even NFL quarterback, it's rock star.
It's not rock star, though.
You don't think this is rock star?
This is fun. I'm not married. I got my brother and a buddy, and we got the bachelor pad. It's awesome. We jump in the pool. We barbecue.
Video games.
We watch Entourage.
And you are Vincent Chase, right?
A couple of my buddies back home like to think we're kind of like an Entourage, but they're, you know, they might call me Vinny Chase, but they're having a hard time when I call them Turtleback or E or Johnny.
I just want to say, for a backup modeling, you look like you were really getting the hang of it today. You were having fun.
That is way out of my element. It's way out of my. It's a lot of fun, but it is definitely way out of my element. I was trying to channel my inner Derek Zoolander, or maybe my Hansel. I'm not quite sure which one I should have gone for.
I was impressed when you said to the photographer, "Do you want me to square up? Do you want me to center up?" And you had the lingo down.
You know, it's kind of like golf. Like you can have a terrible swing, but at least you need to look the part.
Small step forward, please slightly turn your body. Tilt the head forward.
I think it makes it better. At least you feel better if you kind of, talk the lingo a little bit. Like, yeah, do you want me to lower? Lean forward. Is my chin okay? Or should I move to the right a little bit? Hand in the pocket? No? Okay.
How has your life changed in terms of, I bet now people are a little more starstruck when you walk into the room?
I think the coolest thing that's happened in the last year is to see how many people across the country who don't know me have said just really nice things about the way that the situation went last year and the way I handled it.
But to be able to do it so gracefully, how tough has that been?
I think I realized my first year in the NFL that if you view the media as an opportunity instead of a burden, then you're really going to be able to make the most of it. And really, last year was an opportunity for me to kind of show my character to a country who really didn't know me very well.
I talked to more players about doing this interview with you, and it was so interesting because almost all of them would be like, I can't wait to see that because I don't know anything about him except he's the guy that replaced Brett Favre. Is that by design, Aaron, or is it because everyone's been so busy asking you about Brett Favre, we haven't asked you about you?
Well, I think it's probably a little bit of both. Because of what happened last year, that's kind of that was the focus the entire year. So it's interesting to notice how things have changed this offseason, where I've done pretty much the same thing for my offseason the last 3 years. And then this year, this stuff makes the newspapers, and people are like, oh, look at this, he starts for a year and then he just goes crazy. And it's like, no. When I was a rookie, I went to Vegas. When I was, I did this, I did that, I traveled over here. Now that I've started for a season, now people actually care about what I'm doing.
Now that the focus is on you off the field, 25 years old, bachelor, living the life, How do you balance that at this point in your life?
That's kind of one of the unwritten things in your job description is the interaction with the fans, and 99.9% of them are your fans, and they just want to say hi or take a picture. Although at some points or some times of the day or night, it's a little inappropriate.
Such as, that smile says there's a good example coming.
If you're eating dinner with a friend, it's a little inappropriate to come over and sit at the table.
Ooh. Are you used to it yet, all of this, or are you still looking to see who's recognizing you? Are you kind of always casing out the situation as you walk in?
I think a funny thing that happens that I think people don't realize is when a sports athlete walks into a room, especially a quarterback, we usually have pretty good peripheral vision, so we can see you staring at us. We can see you tapping your buddy and pointing over there, and we can hear you saying our name. So there's nothing discreet about staring at somebody. And I'll tell you, if you want to come over and say hi, come over and say hi. But don't just stare at us because it makes us feel so awkward.
Did that surprise you? Did that catch you off guard, or
No, it didn't catch me off guard because I'd seen 3 years being with Brett, seeing some of the stuff that people did with him, and I said, gosh, I hope that doesn't happen to me.
Do you still think about, this is a person that you may be tied to for the rest of your lives? Forget careers, that anything you do, all of a sudden you're attached to somebody.
Well, I hope I'm not attached my entire life because I hope my life isn't made up of just playing the NFL. So to have my name attached with a future Hall of Famer, I think for the most part is usually a very good thing. But I hope that what I do after football can have a bigger impact than what I do while I'm in football.
But Aaron isn't waiting until after football to begin that journey. Coming up on Vizio's Profiles, we'll head to Atlanta to show you his other profession.
I'm looking for the band that comes out of nowhere and hits it big.
As for the day job, becoming a star quarterback wasn't easy. Coming up, Aaron talks about a road full of adversity, and later, how Aaron escapes from it all.